Hello everyone, this is episode 2 of Doki Doki Literature Club. This was originally streamed as a 2-hour live stream, but I've split it up into episodes to make it easier to watch, but the full stream will be linked below. Hi again, Void. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. So is this whole game just my character trying to, he's trying to get in bed with one, right? Like, he doesn't care. He's just getting in bed with him, right? That's why it's like, pick who you think. I don't know. I was going for cutesy stuff. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Void. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on, he deserves any slack. Like he deserves any slack. Suri told me he didn't even want to join the club, any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, we won't see the end of it. You won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! See, I like Natsuki because the two characters both really like manga, so they can actually get along with that. Like, I'm trying to play matchmaker a little bit. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Boyd always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with my busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Suri, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. He's an ass to Sayori. You almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Void can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Oh, you even brought us something today, you know? Wait, Sayori, me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Ignore the voice cracks, okay? I'm not used to doing voices anymore. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So a nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. You know nothing about me, bitch. It's a short read. It should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted to. Okay, well now Yuri seems better. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, I guess you can read it at your own pace. Look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried into a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. Ugh. Natsuki uttered an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her. In this case, she needs a hand. You looking for something in here? I'm concerned that we're in the closet together. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never put my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your own collection organized if someone's just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books into boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it, until you figure out if the other person stands. How do you know anyway? How'd you bring it up at some point? Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. This lone volume manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull out one of the stacks. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box that she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on the door. She went to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Void. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shows the books right into my hand. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Ooh, ah. Grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. See, these two are cute. They have manga in common. They're being weird about it, but they're being cute. They're gonna sit on the floor and they're gonna read manga together. It's gonna be fine. They're cute. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? No, never. Sit on the floor, you bitch. I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read this at the same time. Oh, they're cuddle reading! What's that? We get these to be close together like this. Don't say that. Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki rests her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. No! Ignore the notifications. Now, thanks say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then. Oh, you don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I talk at the same time. Looks like it's a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kinda grow out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertainment enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean... Well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop, but then it just helps you know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like, when you get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen, it's really when it makes it good. There's so many touching parts. Is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hee. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? Oh, Natsuki gives me a little shove. It just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. This isn't even my true form. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. It's just a guess there's a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. What does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. Just happened to be baking around the same time I got into this manga. Oh, she mimics shit when she's like hyper fixating on it. Got it. Like I'd ever get into anything just because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's that impressionable. Haha. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? That... Okay. She just looks really out of proportion. Read on for a few more minutes. I've finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. Guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? You don't share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They think it's just manga for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you, Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? Oh, he's such a fucking nerd. It's fine, I was too. I mean, I feel like I can't really keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it's paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. At least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. You gonna keep reading or what? I mean, they're cute. It's weird, but it's cute. Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly Natsuki started laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki put her fingers on one of the panel. Nori is my favorite character. I always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. Stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words feelings you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that Natsuki for whom it's a rare experience, that makes me smile a little myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. Just need to make sure we have enough time. She's jealous. The bitch is jealous. It's fine. They look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly noticed how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. Close the book and hand it toward Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Do you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say it mostly because I didn't really plan on using my spare time to read this. Asshole. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow. I only get partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. You're fine. Do it for the bitch. But I suppose it's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what'll happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up, I return to where I put my stuff, and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to something so embarrassing. Couldn't find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sari and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poem series on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same. I mean, I wrote it for Natsuki, but Sayori's, like, safer. Let's do Monica just because we just had a moment with Natsuki. I don't like Sayori, and then Yuri's is gonna be really fucking different. We'll do Monica, just she's the easiest bet. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, so I want her to know I'm putting in the effort. Hi Void. Had a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, keep that in mind. Of course, be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? Kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Aha! Don't worry, Void. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? That sort of barrier we all have to learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my poem. I like it. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Yes! We're going for the pink bitch. Aha. Oh, jeez. No, it kind of makes me think of something Natsuki. Yes! We did it! We're gonna share it with Natsuki next. She's a good writer, too. Take that as a compliment. Aha. If you say so. Yup. By any chance you have read anything by Shel Silverstein? Eh? A long time ago. Is that the Where the Sidewalk Ends thing? He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a simple few words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they've written for kids, but when you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anyone. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, it's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. These poems... Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor. A angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film set out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. My retinas! Already scorched with permanent copy of a meaningless image. It had just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now, I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? I don't know. I just like that you yelled my retinas. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. That kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. There's a lot of poems that have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you'd say I had kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's a bit better friends with each other? Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just for yourself to get something down on paper, tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep a pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand, go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Natsuki. Okay, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, she rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. What's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how he said I wanted... remember how he said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I hope you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Aww, he's like, I wrote cutesy because you write cutesy, so you're not alone. Okay, they're cute. Like Monica said. I'd be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me a dumb poem, make me go, ha! It's not great, but let me show you the real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Retorts get caught in her throat. You just don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I said that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. She was just canoodling with you, you dumb... Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Yeah. Told you you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like this? Well, because. Everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But that isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set it for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki feels proud, I won't take that away from her. Sayori. This is a good poem, Void. You sure this is your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. Really happy that you wrote one. Just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm staying in front of you in the classroom. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean it'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Void. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. Not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. I want to get that... I was gonna say that dick, but I forgot these are women. It's fine. Point is, he's trying to get some. Then again, can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much it means to her and all. Yeah. And make sure you have a lot of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'll do that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Oh, yours makes me nervous. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. The music changed. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making you rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. But if it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad, I want breakfast. Sorry? It's just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. At least that makes me feel a little better about this myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. Came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast! Even though you're late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright, Yuri, let's go. You're gonna write a novel, aren't you? Yuri stares at the poem, and it passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading Lee. Oh! Sorry. Got to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Oh, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? So sorry. Yuri buries her hands... buries her face into her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? It's just there's specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think that most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both styles of expressiveness are weakened. When Sherry finds her train of thoughts, as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are just so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example to try new things. Most of everyone else in the clubs gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki is a little bit more biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, or me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'll share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if this is a rare opportunity for her, which in itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathed, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. Lights flickered. I flicker back. I'm sorry, it's such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But you took a long time to read. Don't call me out, I'm bad at reading cursive. Well, I don't read... Okay, maybe I am this bitch, it's fine. I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it was short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. You should write longer poems. Not at all. Really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since our first time sharing, I wanted something that was a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Huh? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Void. Really? I totally missed the point. I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but remembering the poet often expressed their own thoughts, feelings, experiences in their work. They usually do more than just simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I didn't even thought of that. I didn't. Yep. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that won't be too long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. Guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. It was a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Siri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange a sheet of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be? How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you only have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? That's it, but really didn't come out nice at all. I have a couple of suggestions. I was looking for suggestions. I would ask someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Siri liked it. And Void did too. So based on that, I'd like to give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Void liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Uh-oh, the music stopped. Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Void appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boob magically grew a size bigger as soon as Void started showing up. It's always about the titties. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little, this doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Void. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. She can get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then it wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of me getting poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Void. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex meanings and the meanings most effectively. Avoiding them's not only unnecessary limiting yourself, but it's also a waste. You understand that too, right, Void? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? Not like I know anything about writing. Whoever I agree with is probably will think more highly of me. Natsuki, Yuri, help me see. Listen, we're trying to get that V card, so that's a bad way to say that. I'm trying to go on a nice, friendly date with her, okay? Nothing weird. It's fine. Yuri, you're really talented. Oh, well, Natsuki has a point. I think that I racked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feeling with a few words can be just as impressive as well. Let the reader's imagination take over. Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah. It did, didn't it? Aha. Shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? She's so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look. What we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing. And sharing can definitely be hard. Looks like we've learned that today. Even small criticisms can lead to something pretty heated. Glance over my shoulder, Sari is nodding vigorously. So, you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught up in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that barely audible. Yuri? Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. Make sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. You don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, not like you need to apologize for me, Void. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. A thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Not surprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Siri and Monica look away. Anyway. Thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with everyone. Yeah, they're naturally beautiful, Yuri. You're gay. Sayori is gay. Sayori? I'll go make some tea. Just trying to help. Sure should appreciate it, Sayori. Pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that... Everyone read each other poems, right? Hope that was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Void. And to be honest, that change pace from lazing around, we got a little too used to. So enjoying my writing, so my joining the Write Club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere? No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home. So we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take a chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club's for. I disagree, Monica. About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun! Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. Yee. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing, but in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's about time for us to leave. How do y'all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Floyd, how about you? Yeah, it's the same. It's neat thing to talk neat to talk to everyone about it. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. No! I don't want to write a poem every day, bitch. Maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. Because now we have to read the whole manga. We have to write a poem. And then we should, in theory, have, like, schoolwork and shit. Like, let me read my bullshit, woman. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do better impressing those I want to impress. And out of myself, newfound determination. Void! Ready to walk home? Sure. Yee. She beams at me. Truly, it's been a while since Siri and I have spent this much time together. Really can't say I've not enjoyed it either. Sayori? About what happened earlier? What do you mean? No, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. It's really the first time I've seen a fight like that. Promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see they made good friends with you. phew. You know, Void, it's nice to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone makes me the happiest. Along with everyone makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you, too. That's... hee. Every day is gonna be so much fun. Ugh. Looks like Siri still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but... does it really need to stop there? He wants Natsuki. Well, I'm choosing that he wants that one. See what the future holds. Pat Siri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Siri as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah. Let's do this. Sayuri is the one I'm least interested in. Because she's clearly just gay. It's fine. Okay. We're going for Natsuki again. Except I keep getting Sayori. Sorry, I forgot to read out what I was actually picking. Wonderful. Nope, shit. Pink. Puppy. Together. Oh, shit. Mouse. If there's an animal, I'm picking the animal for Natsuki. Parfait. Cute. Oh, shit. Kitty. Marshmallow. Kawaii. Fluffy. Giggle. I think that one might have been 50-50. Alright, so that was today's episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. If you liked it, do a like, follow, comment. I know it's an older game, but I still have a lot of fun with it. I love the characters, and I can't wait for it to get spooky. So see you guys later. See ya.